Alright guys, so this is going to be part 2 of a 2-part series. If you haven't checked out the first part, don't be scared to go back a video and check it out. Some pretty interesting stuff I shared there. So now I'm just on the way to the new other farm to go pick up the truck and haul some feed here. So we're going to get this done quick. I'm not out of feed here completely, but I do need second cut here by tomorrow. So I'm just going to do it today because I have time. And then I'm also going to haul some more corn here and barley silage. I'm only doing that all 3 loads today because nobody wants to haul feed on a weekend. Today is a Wednesday, but I will be out come probably Friday anyways. So I might as well just haul it all now while the truck's already started and the tractor's already started. So we're gonna get this all done hopefully within the next 2 hours. It does take actually like 30 minutes a load to haul feed here. So that's why it's kind of such a pain to haul feed from the other farm to this farm. But hopefully that all changes soon once the weather starts warming up here. So let's go get her done. All right, so here at the other farm, it's our heated shop. So I'm gonna have to pull out the mixer to get the loader tractor out, and then get the truck out of here too. So gonna start the truck here first because we got to let it build air before we move it. So let's get that going. Make sure it's a neutral. So this truck is a 2005 Mack. 13 speed. It's been a good silage truck. We just got it last year. I think last year, maybe 2 years ago now. So I'm gonna let this thing build up some air pressure, and then we're gonna go fire up everything else. Get the good old mixer tractor started here. MX120 has about it's on here now, 13,400 hours. Got the loader tractor here. Got the tractor and truck pulled out of the shop now, so we're just gonna put the mixer back in here. We're gonna close the door and then keep some heat in here. So don't leave the mixer outside usually unless it's like -5 or something, because otherwise this tractor probably won't start. It's like -20 right now, so we're just gonna leave her inside, keep her in the warmth, and I don't have no problems. So we just brought the truck out here to our silage pit yard, I guess you can call it that. So on our farm we do silage bags. They're 10 feet in diameter by 250 feet long. So here we have second cut. I'm gonna have to go outside and cut the plastic back clearly. There we have barley silage, and then we have corn on the other side of these couple bags here. So we're gonna leave the truck here in high idle while we fill her up. Make sure it stays warm. I now also have to do the walk of shame back to the yard. So even when we fill up our mixer that we have here, I have to bring the mixer here, or the truck as right now, and then I have to walk back and grab the loader tractor. It's not too bad when it's warm out, but when it's cold to -40, nobody wants to do this job. So also here, this is where we kept our dry cows. Right now we put them inside the tie barn to keep the barn warm. So this is the shelter. I think it's 36 by 80, I believe. And then they just we got waters on the other side there. This is where we fed them. And yeah, it's kind of weird coming back here and not seeing cows where they used to be my entire life. So still trying to get used to that. I am getting used to it. I really like the new barn. It's better than milking cows in a tie stall barn, that's for sure. So I'm gonna have to run outside there and cut this plastic back. I probably have to cut the plastic back on all 3 bags actually, because even the barley silage one looks like it could use trim. So I'm gonna go out there and freeze to death for the next 30 seconds. guys see how frozen this silage is? When it's minus 30, minus 40 outside, this stuff gets hard as a rock. It is like 60% moisture, so you can just imagine how fast that freezes. That's why it's really nice to have a good mixer, and then you don't get all those frozen clumps in your feed. And it's only the outside of the bag that's actually frozen, about a foot all the way around, roughly, about 1.5 feet. The inside of the bag is still nice and unthawed, as you can see right there. Got no half loads around here. So that right there, that's probably about 10 to 12 tons in that truck. So we're gonna haul this now to the other farm, and we're gonna come back and grab 2 more ingredients. So here we have the second cut just finished dumping. Now we're gonna go grab some corn. There's not much left there. Probably about 2 days. Yeah, probably by Friday we'll be empty of corn, so I might as well just grab it today. So I got the barley silage all loaded up here in the truck. So I don't have to load the barley silage as full as the second cut or the corn, just because this is not really a main ingredient in our mix. Our main ingredients are second cut and then corn and then this. So I'm not going to fill the truck up as much because we're not using as much. So before someone says it in the comments, I'm going to say it myself. Why do you keep your silage piles so ugly and not clean? So it's not the fact that they're ugly and not clean. I do try and keep a straight face on the pile, but I personally do not have time to be here and keep the bottom layer of plastic on the ground. I've seen a lot of people keep the plastic on the ground and still pick up feed somehow. It does look really nice, but I just personally do not have the time for that. So I just grab the bucket, grab the plastic with the silage, and then while I put it in a truck, or if I'm putting it in the mixer, I close the grapple on the plastic, shake out the feed, and that's why this plastic right here is on the ground. So that was the plastic that was on the ground underneath the silage. Some of it does end up in a truck, but then I just pick through it as I fill the mixer at the other farm. And for me, this is just a lot easier. As long as we're keeping the face flat, or trying to, I don't see a problem with the way these silage piles look. All right, so we're gonna back up here and get to the road and haul this stuff to the other farm. So in this load, there probably is about probably 6-7 ton, maybe close to 8 ton in here. Something like that, very close to that, probably around 7 for sure. backed up here to where we dump the barley silage. So in this truck, how we dump silage, you got to clutch in, turn the PTO on, make sure it's in neutral. So splitter valve, you got your up for the gate, down will be lift the box. So right now we're gonna open the gate. So we're gonna hold that open until the gate opens. You can kind of see in the mirror there it's opening. Once that's all the way open, we're gonna splitter valve, and now the box is lifting up. Now it's just falling out right now. So silage is actually what pushes me forward. I'm not driving forward. Okay, it's empty, so now we're gonna hold the button, and we're just gonna drop the box. And once the box all the way down, splitter valve, close the gate, and that's it. Turn the PTO off. So I decided to stop in the office here and upload part 1 of this video. If you are watching part 2 right now, go back and watch part 1 if you have not. Also, give me a thumbs up, much appreciated. Now I'm gonna go back to hauling feed, and hopefully when I come back, I can post this video for you guys. So I got the truck pretty full here, just like the second cut, nice and heaping full. But here I kind of made a bit of a mess just because these really frozen blocks of corn. This stuff I did not want to bring to the other farm because the mixer at that farm will never ever destroy these. Like, these are just frozen solid. So I did kind of make a mess here. I was digging kind of into the middle of the pile here. So this is all the stuff I want. So this stuff, it'll never plug the conveyors, where say if I throw one of these big blocks in there, it'll never break up, and then that's probably why the conveyors are plugging. So also the reason this stuff's so frozen, I believe this stuff tested at 66% moisture, so it's on the wet side for sure. It's definitely frozen solid blocks though. So we're gonna go dump this, and then I believe I might have to feed dry cows here. This I'm going to clean up tomorrow because I know I do have to make a dry cow batch of feed tomorrow. So none of this stuff's going to go to waste. It's going to get all tossed in our mixer here. It'll get broken up to nothing. So there's my brother. He's gonna go to the other farm and pick up 2 heifers, and we're gonna bring them here tonight, or this evening, I guess. So we calve heifers and dry cows at the other farm. My dad milks them there for about 2 or 3 days, or 3-4 days actually, and then we haul them here straight into the robots. So once he comes back, I'll show you guys how we put a brand new heifer into the robot for the very first time. So while he's gone here, I'm gonna look on the computer and start pushing a few cows that have to go in to the robot that don't go themselves. So we're gonna do that till he gets back. Alright, so here I got my list of cows. I just grabbed a couple right here. So what we do, we kind of like make a gate up there. I put a gate across there, and then this gate right here swings in, and I'll kind of just make a little pen for them and then get them all to run through the robot. So I don't have to actually push these cows in. They just don't come here by themselves. So that's why we have to go get them. Now once they're in this pen and they see the gate open, they will just walk right in. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take this gate, just close her up here. We're just gonna leave that like that for now. And then, so I make a gate here. I do bring more cows on the other side to get to the second robot over there. But right now there's cows that are standing there ready to get milked, so I'm not going to disturb them until they run through. So I don't want to wreck their day. So one thing, if you're a robot farmer, you'll understand this. If you're not, maybe you won't. So this girl right here, number 430, she's a fetch cow. I usually have to go and get her, but I didn't, and she just came here by herself. So the weird thing about some cows in a robot barn, once you start fetching other cows, cows will see that you're fetching them, and then, hey girl, hey! Getting a little bossy in here. So other cows will see that you're fetching them, and then the ones that you normally go fetch will actually come by themselves because they know you're gonna go get her anyways. So she's right here. So I'm gonna bring her around probably to the other robot since this little pen here is pretty full. So I just brought her around here. This cow's getting booted out, but I think that one's gonna go in there right away. So before I bring this cow any closer, we'll let her go in first. And then this one will go in after her. Hey girl. So right now the cups are getting washed and that's what she's scared of. She's actually the sounds. So once that's done, in the next 3 seconds, she'll probably just go right in. There you go. So that right there, that's a heifer. That's a first time calver. She's probably about 40 days in milk. Okay girl, your turn. The door will open here. She should just go right in. There we go. Well, that's one more off the list. So it takes about maybe an hour-ish, roughly, every morning and night to push the cows that we need to get them into the robot. It is actually getting better. Like 2 weeks ago, we had 28 roughly to push morning and night. Now we're down to about 16 to 18. There was a few times where we're down to 12. So it's getting better and better every week. And then hopefully one day we're gonna be down to like 3 or 4. So it might take some time to get there, but this is gonna be awesome, awesome journey. So those are gonna be all the cows I push for now. I opened everything back up, so whatever cows want to come get milk, they can. My brother should be back, I'd assume any time now. He's been gone for like 40 minutes. Other farm's not that far away. So I guess in the meantime, while I wait, I'm gonna push the feed ahead. And then there's always manure to take out of the stall. So I'll go around the barn and do that also. So here's a little update on the new belt they just installed. It's nice. This looks really good. So we replaced this one on the north side of the barn, the really long one. The one on that side of the barn, we're actually gonna wait about a year or two, or maybe longer. It doesn't need replacing right now, but it could. But we're gonna wait on that one anyways because they suggested we just didn't change it right now. It still looked pretty decent to them. The one that goes across the barn, we are gonna change, but we are waiting on a new roller. So they didn't do that today either, but they're gonna come back probably next week. Once they have the roller ordered and then they get it, they're gonna come here and do that at once because you can't change the roller unless the belt's off. So while the belt's off, they're gonna change the roller, if that makes sense. Do it all at once. They also changed and shortened that other conveyor by the feed room there. So we're not gonna have any more of a mess everywhere. Look who decided to show back up after I finished all the chores in the barn. So what's gonna happen, we're gonna unload these right into the barn and they're gonna go straight into the robot. So once we push them into the robot, then first thing tomorrow morning when I wake up, they're going straight back into the robot. And then after that, every 6 hours, they're gonna be going into the robot for about 3 days, 3-4 days. And then after that, they should be used to it and start going on their own. So we're just gonna back them up here to the door. Kind of have to go on a 45 this door because the gates on the inside are a bit weird, so. Good. Got some frozen doors to deal with. So what we did here, we're closing this all up. We're closing this all up, these gates. What we're gonna do, we're gonna bring them down here into this robot, and this is where we're gonna push them in. So we got this gate here, another gate there in case they decide to break through this, and then straight in there we got to push them in with our backs. This gate's gonna come this way. So with a new heifer going to a robot, it's either gonna go very good or it's gonna go very bad. Might have all the other cows running this way to see what's going on. Come on, girls, welcome to your new home. They're gonna be sniffing around for all night to see where they are. Come on, girls. Hey, back up. So we're going to throw one in this robot and then hopefully the other one in this robot. See how good this works. Gotta get the hitch turned around, they're going the wrong way. You just gotta force them in there. It's the only way they're going in the first time. Door closes. I gotta run down here, click small. This small will push her back right to the butt pan. And then I'm gonna manual attach her. And also we're gonna give her some grain. So I'm gonna hook her up here quick. All right, got her all hooked up. And then we're gonna keep her locked, or keep her on manual mode. Make sure she gives her milk. And then once she's done, we're gonna let her out. Look at that, she's already happy eating grain. First time in there. We're gonna try to get that small heifer into this one. This is a small cow. Hey, girl. So you bring this gate right up close to her, and you're just going to push her in. She's in, door's closing. And we're going to come down here, also give her a bunch of grain, drop her a bunch of feed, put her on small. This girl likes to kick, that's why it's in manual. Hey. You can see what she's giving here. So she's milking, but she likes to kick this one. So we're gonna let all these other cows back now. If they want to go in the robots, they can. This other girl in this first robot should be pretty well done by now. Just about. So we'll tell them if a cow's done. The milk flow grams/minute. Once it's under 50 or under 80 even really, then I'm going to take her off. I think she's done until tomorrow morning. So this first girl here, she is pretty well done. So we're going to take her off. She gave 10.64 kgs just right now. So we're going to hit this button, and now the machine is going to come off. Take manual mode off. So now it's going to come off when the machine decides it's done, which should be right now. And also just dipped the tits also. So good coverage. We're just gonna let her out. I'm gonna move this cow here so she's able to leave the robot without being disturbed. Also, these saloon gates, the first time they do not want to walk through here, so we have to hold them open, or hold at least one open so she'll walk out. Just so she sees an opening. And she's done. So she's done till tomorrow morning. I'll grab her first thing, and after that, every 6 hours, we're gonna be pushing her and this other one into the robots. So this one here, same thing, she's done. So we're gonna hit that, exit that off, take off manual mode. So it's gonna dip her, and then she's gonna get kicked out of the robot also. So I've done a lot more today than I've showed in these 2 videos. I might show some more in the future, so be sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up for me, and see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Look for this logo for Honest Canadian Dairy.